Welcome everybody to Clueless Vino, the show where we use wine as a vehicle for conversation. It's the only place you can drink and drive. I have a special guest today, former friend, ex-co-worker, because we're gonna get into that, but we're not gonna say the place that we used to work at. We're not gonna say its name. Just I forgot to add that earlier. We're not gonna say its name. We'll just say that place we used to work at. Jessica, what's up, man?
Nothing, nothing much. Just at home.
Yeah, relaxing.
Quiet.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. How you been? It's been a while.
A lot has changed.
Uh, yeah.
A whole lot has changed
No,
since,
things are a lot different with you.
yes, since we used to sit around that place that we not gonna name at the lunch table talking. Yeah, life is completely
Yeah.
different.
Wow. This is the part where I let the guests, tell the people about themselves. So the floor is yours, man.
Okay. I'm Jessica. I know Brandon from the place we're not going to talk about working together. At that time, I had left that place to be a stay-at-home mom to one child. Now I have two children and I'm divorced, but I still kind of stay at home half the time.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Hey, listen,
I-
it's the dream.
It is. It is. I did not really, I didn't mind being at home with two kids, but the only people that you were talking to, but the only people talking to being children kind of drove me a little crazy.
Mhm.
So I found something part-time to do, which is perfect. I mean, like I really like what I do. Um, I'm the business manager at a small local library. I make my own hours. As long as I hit my deadlines, my boss doesn't care when I'm in and out. So like I have the same flexibility of being available for the kids, but also some adult interaction and some quiet because it's a library. People
Yeah.
don't talk. There's nobody saying mommy every 5 seconds. Like the perfect balance.
Yeah. That's that yin and yang.
Yeah. I now sell feet pictures on the internet.
Let's just say that's the biggest change.
Yes, that is a really big change. Um, Although I noticed on Facebook, I've been posting pictures of my feet since Facebook was like created.
Mhm.
Just didn't know until like maybe a year ago now that I could make money off of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty. It's still kind of a shock how lucrative it really is.
Right.
But it's just something. It's something I naturally was already doing. So it's nice to be able to have like residual income or passive income, I should say,
Mhm.
from something that I don't have like a timetable on, like whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
So
It's like the easiest side hustle.
it really is. It really is. Like I don't show my face. I'm not nude. I'm not having sex. I have an OnlyFans page, but it's just only feet. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty it's pretty cool.
I with the money coming in, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
I was a little shocked. Like I don't I do you want to talk? Do you want to get into how that happened?
We will. We will.
Okay.
But let's pour up our wine first. We got Martha Shard.
Oh, I already poured mine.
Oh, it's
Is it
fine.
okay?
Oh, hey,
Okay.
listen. It's all
Yes.
yeah. We're twins.
Yes, I'm 20.
Mm. So first and foremost, let's get into how you left me and betrayed me.
I did not leave you and betray you.
Yes, you did. So I will tell you exactly what happened. So you know that me, you, and Carnell were a group. We used to go to lunch together. That was the thing. For some reason, me and
For
Carnell always have to have like one woman in the group. It just doesn't feel right if it's just me and him.
a while there, it was two of us, two women.
It was until one dropped off.
Yeah.
So, we were a group, but you had been talking like, oh, I really want to be a stay-at-home mom. I just want to be, da da da. Like, all right, cool.
Uh-huh.
Talk for a lot of, and the thing about me and Carnell is whenever there was a woman in our group, that woman actually got her dream to come true. people if they wanted a new job, they got a new job. If they wanted to get married, they got married. And your dream.
Okay. But hold on. I always get all the things that I want.
Fair. That's fair.
That's just me.
No, that's fair. But I had, we had talked about it. You had talked about it. And one day when I went on vacation or something, I took the day off or something. The next day I come in, they're like, hey, Jessica left, right? I'm like, damn.
Okay, so this is what happened. The person I used to be married to had done some things that I was not happy about. Okay, I should have left then, but anyway. So in the midst of arguments about that, while we were on a weekend away, he said to me, well, if you want to quit your job, just quit your job. So when I came back to work, I turned in the 2 weeks notice. Right. Like that was a long weekend. It was a holiday weekend. I came back to work. I turned in 2 weeks notice. 2 days later, my grandmother, who had been watching my daughter for me to come to work, fell in her kitchen and suffered a compression fracture to her spine. So while you were gone, I came into work with my daughter on my hip and said, I'm not looking for a babysitter for a week. Cleaned out my desk and left.
Okay. I wish I'd been there for that because.
Yeah, the whole office got to see her because I literally walked in with her.
Yeah.
And was like, y'all have a good day. I'm going to take my personal things. I don't know what to tell you other than bye.
It's like I wasn't upset about it, but I was like, I didn't get to say goodbye. She didn't say goodbye to your boy or nothing. I was like, damn, dog.
It just happened so like boom, boom, boom. Like I intended to fulfill my 2 weeks notice, but yeah, I wasn't looking for a sitter for 5 days.
Nah, I wouldn't have done that either. That's 5 days of money that I could just not. That's fine.
Right.
I'll eat not getting the extra money myself without having to pay the money as well.
Right. Plus, at that time, I was driving from Chester, where we live, to Petersburg to drop her off, to Richmond, where we worked, to back to Petersburg to pick her up.
Yeah.
Then home. No, I'm not doing all that. Like y'all will live. These loans will be all right.
They kept moving. They kept chucking along like they always do. Good for you. I was happy that you were able to, fulfill your dream of being a stay-at-home mom. How has that been? Like, what's that? Obviously, you said, you actually add another child in there. I'm actually adding another one next week.
Oh, yay, congrats.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you. So how was your initial stay-at-homeness, and then I guess as it gradually went on, how have you felt about it?
I liked it. I liked it with my daughter because, like, by the time I left that place, she was already over 1, and we would go to that Romp and Roll over in Chester. We would go there a couple days a week. I signed her up for gymnastics. We had like play dates and stuff. It was cool. Like she wasn't nursing anymore. I had plenty of stuff to do. I think I told y'all that I wanted to live in the country.
Yep.
And my grandpa had passed while we were still working at that place. I did not want this house. I wanted the house on the other side of my pasture that I grew up in. But my dad's second wife is still in that house.
Gotcha.
This particular house, because it's 4 bedrooms and my brother had 2 children and a child on the way at the time that my grandpa passed, my aunt kept trying to give it to my brother. Right. But he wouldn't take it. So finally, at the beginning of 2017, we decided to take it because I'm not working. I hadn't been working for years at this point. The house was paid off. So, like, of course you want to live somewhere where you don't have to pay rent or mortgage. Right. Now that I'm pregnant again, like, I was pregnant again. I was pregnant again. My aunt was trying to unload the house because she didn't want to live here. Right. And we were just like, sure. Like, what's the commute at that time when gas was only like 2 something a gallon?
It's those days.
Right. So we took the house. We moved in 2017. I gave birth like 7 months later. It was being at home with 2 kids was a little more difficult than just being at home with the one. So we ended up putting our daughter into school. Well, like a preschool program. It was half a day. So that I had like in the morning to just rest and nurse and not chase a toddler and deal with an infant. We ended up really liking that school, and that school goes from pre-K all the way to 12th grade. So she's still there,
Okay.
and my son is there now too. So I like it. It's a nice little private school. Class sizes are really small. Um, I'm a substitute teacher there. I volunteer with the PTA. I'm her Girl Scout troop leader. Like they let me come in and read during, Black History Month to the kids because it's not the most diverse place. So like we work on that. Oh yeah, and I'm on their diversity, equity, and inclusion board.
Okay.
So I'm still like at home, well, the at home mom type because I volunteer all the time.
Yeah.
But like I said, the job I have, I can go. I don't have an hours minimum. I have an hours maximum, and I have deadlines because I do like all of their. I proved to the government that we spent our money the way we said we were going to spend it. That's literally the gist of my job.
Yeah.
So it's pretty decent. Like I like my life now. It was a little rocky in the pandemic.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I said, I'm divorced now.
Yeah. Being in a pandemic with 2 kids, that just sounds like a jail sentence.
Oh, it was. It was. Being in the pandemic with 2 children and having an abnormal pap smear for the 3rd year in a row, and you can't get a doctor's visit to figure out what's wrong with you, and you think that you have cancer, and you're trying to homeschool children, and you think your spouse is at work and he not.
Whew. Yeah.
We were not. Y'all made babies in the pandemic. We did not make babies. It was like people either split up in the pandemic or they got closer.
Those were the only 2 choices. There were no in between.
We went the other route.
Yeah. That was a thing. That was a thing. I said that I was like, pandemic's about to teach a lot of people that they don't really like each other.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
With all of your vices gone and all of the sports off and all of the bars closed and like all the things that you liked doing together.
Yep.
Not available, on top of trying to homeschool a child who does not want to listen to you, and their sibling is not drinks all over their papers. And the Wi-Fi that the school gives you because you live in the country doesn't work at your house. And you think that you're sick. Well, it ended up not being cancer, it ended up being fibroids. I have since had a hysterectomy. But yeah, in the last 2 years, I've had 2 surgeries, 2 car accidents.
Damn.
Yeah. It's just
Car accidents, back roads?
No, both were in town.
Damn.
Both were in town. The first one, we had just left mediation and nothing really got accomplished. And I was frustrated and I was not paying attention. And I ran a red light and got T-boned by a pickup truck. Oh, I fractured my rib.
Damn. Ugh.
It's okay.
You good, right?
Huh?
Good now though, right?
Oh yeah, that one was 2020. That was August 2020. The second car accident was like a few months ago, actually. It was in April on Easter weekend. Well, Easter Monday, I should say, or the Monday before Easter. The Monday before Easter, because I was supposed to come to Richmond to pick up my aunt. So I was driving the kids to school. I thought that this pickup truck was going to make a left turn because he got into the middle lane. But because he was pulling a trailer, he was really trying to make a wide right turn. And he hit the back end of my car. He hit my son's door. We're fine. The only thing that happened to him was a scar on his neck from the seatbelt. The other person was at fault.
Right. Obviously, yeah.
But yeah, that wasn't even in my car. I was in my mom's car. I was supposed to take the car back to her, pick up my aunt, and come back home that day.
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't happen. It's fine. My mom has a new car now. She likes the new one better than the one that I was driving.
There you go.
So,
that's a W. Everybody was safe. She got a new car.
oh yeah, she's not complaining about it. Like she got extra money because they paid her more than what the car was worth. Like she's fine. She's not mad at all that I had a car accident in her car, especially considering I didn't cause the car accident.
That's a look at God.
Right. There's a silver lining in that one.
Yeah. Now I want to talk to you about your hair. I feel like you go through these, like, I'm on Twitter and I follow you or whatever, but you go through these spells where you want to either cut it or you want to do something else to it. I just want to know, like, what's your morning routine for this very large hair?
Nothing. So after we stopped working at that place, like, I used to get relaxers when we worked there. I'd gotten a relaxer April of 2016. And my daughter at the time had just turned 3, like a few months before. And so she goes, I want you to make my hair straight too, mommy. And I was like, nope. all those memories of me wanting long straight hair like my mom and her sister, because they mostly white,
right?
Like flooded my head, and I was like, no, I'm not about to let my daughter feel like her hair is less than. And I haven't had a relaxer since then. I was like, no, I'm gonna let it do whatever it does. We're just gonna be big and curly together. I go back and forth about cutting it off because when I was pregnant with my son and doing her hair, and me and her were going to pool like every other day, I did cut it all off. Like I big chopped Halle Berry, cut it all off. So I'm fine with it being short. I'm capable of it being short. I just know I don't want to call them fans, but I just know people like looking at pictures of me with my hair really big.
Fair.
So I don't really want to cut it all off, but I think about it regularly because it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's so much. I feel like it's so much. Like it's difficult to like sleeping wise. You just put a bonnet on. Like what is how does
you do a pineapple. You do this. And then put the scarf like around it.
Yeah.
And then let it.
And then take the junk off, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I spray it. I have in a spray bottle. I have some leave-in conditioner and kind of dilute it with water. So like I'll spray it and fluff it. Yeah. But yeah, I have to wash it at least once a week.
Yeah.
Wash and detangle it so it doesn't end up looking like yours.
Fair.
I recently got braids for the summer, and when I took them out because I left them in for too long, my hair was starting to lock at the root.
That was my next question, because like I feel like with that much hair, I feel like your junk should be locking fast.
Oh, I'd only left the braids in for 7 weeks.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I was this close to cutting my hair when my mom walked through my door and took the hour to detangle it for me, because I had already tried 3 different times to detangle it. And I was about to take the razors that I have here to help me keep my son's line up to my head. Like I was literally about to chop it all off again. I'm not getting braids anymore, just to be fair. I hadn't had them since high school anyway, because my mama used to braid my hair to send me with my daddy, because he can't do hair.
Right.
And so I just don't know if my texture has like changed since then, or maybe because I was swimming twice a week with the braids in, that it did all of that.
Maybe.
But I won't be doing that again. No.
Experiment over. That's it.
Yeah. Not. It was cute, but no.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's important though, that that you teaching your daughter to love her own hair and that she doesn't
Yeah.
because I feel like first of all, I don't police women's bodies. Do what you want to do. That's always been my thing. But I do think it's important that love your hair. Like we have very specific hair. Like
Right.
just
And to be fair, I think their DNA results said that they were like 40% white. My mama and her friends did ancestry. My mama and her sisters did ancestry.
mhm,
So their hair is just naturally straight. Like it's just naturally easy to deal with. And when I was a kid, they didn't have all these natural hair products. So
mhm,
like I'm not mad that she got my hair relaxed. She didn't know what to do. She didn't
yeah,
know what to do. So I pretty much have spent like the last 5 years learning my hair and my daughter's so that she doesn't feel the need to feel like it has to be straight to be pretty.
yeah. And I think, like I said, that's important. I feel like we're so in a rush. I feel like with America or whatever, the world really, beauty standards is long straight hair is the way to go. But
Right.
people can look just as beautiful with curly, short. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of
Right.
different ways. There's no real beauty standard. It's cool,
No,
but eye of a
absolutely.
beholder type thing.
Yeah. And she loves her girls. She loves wearing her hair in curls to school. I remember going one day to a Valentine's Day party in her kindergarten class,
Yeah.
pre-pandemic when
Right.
parents were allowed in the classroom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we walked into class, and this little boy was like, "Oh, Jayla, I love your hair." And
It's like,
it's just cute. It's cute to
yeah.
hear other kids compliment it, and it makes her feel better about herself.
Yeah. Kids are what you call it, especially kids at that age. They're so quick to give compliments and stuff because they don't really
Mhm.
the world hasn't fucked them up yet.
No, and see, that's why I like going to their school and reading. I read child appropriate diversity like books, like Black characters or whatever during Black History Month. Um, just because before the age of 9, it's easier to help them not hate people who don't look like them.
Right.
Like I don't we ain't changing no adults,
No, no,
but
no.
through Girl Scouts and through volunteering, I would just like for people to stop looking at race so much.
Mhm.
Like it's not that serious. It's a social construct that's made up to keep us from not liking each other. Like stop it.
It's it can be frustrating, man, and I hate it. Um, by the way, I'm purposely just like drawing this out because I know like when I post this on Twitter, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, she's gonna talk about her OnlyFans," but I'm just stretching it out so they have to wait. Um,
There's nothing really to talk about. It's just feet.
no, we have to talk about this because like it's the journey has been insane, but I'm gonna get there. One more thing before that, you love yoga. You are really good at yoga.
Hmm.
How did you get into yoga? That's the question. Just how did you get into yoga, and like how did you realize that you were just like really?
Well, I was doing that before I had kids. I
Right.
never really talked about that at lunch.
This is for the people, girl.
Oh,
It's for the people.
okay. So when we still lived in Chester, there's well, it might not be there anymore. There was a place called I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it was over near Stony Point, but they did hot yoga, like you're in the 105
Oh
degree
yeah,
temperature room for 90 minutes. Um, this is before children. This is as I was planning my wedding and stressed out.
yeah,
I bought a Groupon for them.
mm,
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
yeah,
But I've always been extremely flexible. Like I did ballet for years,
mhm,
years. Then I cheered all through high school. So like the flexibility, like all that was already there. So like buying that Groupon was probably the best thing I ever did because I really just like I fell in love with it. Like I'll do it I'll do it at home. I do it on grass, I do it on a deck, I do it on patio, like
yeah,
I do it with my kids. Um when Instagram first came out, there were a lot of people who did like yoga challenges. I don't know if you were following me then, but like I used to post pictures all the time of me and my daughter doing the stuff together.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's restorative, it's meditative, it keeps me loose, it keeps me from being in pain.
Yeah.
It keeps me sane.
That's good.
So I think I just tweeted about the fact that I'm gonna turn what's supposed to be the office in this house, which is really like a catch-all looking room right now, into where I will do yoga now, because when we first separated, my aunt called it ghost busting. I got rid of all the furniture. Well, I got rid of our bedroom furniture because I didn't want the memories. I just gave it away. I gave it away and I moved the furniture that was in my guest room to my bedroom.
Gotcha.
I recently got a new bedroom set. So the bedroom set that was in my bedroom got moved back to the guest room. The guest room is where I've been posting yoga pictures on Twitter. So now that that's a guest room again, in part of my like cleaning while the kids are gone, I was cleaning out that what should be an office space too, because my plants are down there. And I'm gonna make that I just haven't decided if I want to put peel and stick mirrors on the wall or like line up a bunch of mirrors. Cause I saw some today in Walmart for like $7. The ones that just have like, the little plain ones.
Yeah.
I haven't quite decided how I'm gonna mirror the wall, but I'm gonna mirror the wall, especially behind the plants, so that they get even more light.
Yeah. Okay.
And make that my space, because I like getting up in the morning, having a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, stretching, getting myself together before I wake up said children.
Yeah. How long is a yoga session for you?
Typically like 30 minutes right now, but it's mostly just like in the morning getting myself together, like, because I'm pushing 40 and I need to stretch.
Okay. Okay. You don't look 40.
Well,
Listen.
it's a little stiff in the morning.
Hey dog, listen, I tried yoga, bro, but I'm like, yo, I'm too big for that shit.
You're not too big.
Yes, I am.
You're not too big. But
Yes,
it takes a lot of patience. If you're not already limber, it's gonna take a lot of patience.
Right. I was athletic. I'm not really limber.
Yeah.
I was athletic. I still got that part, but it's that yoga, like stretching parts that ain't supposed to stretch like that. Nah.
Well, they are supposed to stretch like that.
Tell that to my joints and shit. Ain't no way. I'll be moving. I'm like, dog, it's not going no further. It's just not. It just stops.
I'm this close to getting my feet back behind my head.
See, like you know what I'm saying? Like I can't. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. All right. I guess now it's time. So last year, what would you say was your follower count before the explosion?
Like 500.
500.
Okay, so fine. Let's start at the beginning of Twitter. Okay. I never wanted to be on Twitter.
Okay.
I was still in grad school. A classmate friend of mine was really into Twitter. Like he was like, it's the next best thing. You need to join, yada, yada, yada. So I let him sign me up.
Yeah.
In December of 2009.
Yep, that's a big year.
But then March 2010, I met my ex. And by November, I was engaged. So I wasn't very active on social media.
I remember that. Yep.
Like, I was busy. I was busy planning a wedding. Then I was busy having babies. And I was busy tending to my babies. So my social media really my presence was not, I wasn't tweeting like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't really posting like that. If I was posting, it was always like couples or family type stuff. So like people who followed me were people who actually knew me, like my friends, not strangers.
Right.
Um, so let's get to the part where we separated in May of 2020. And I might have had, like I said, I might have had like $500. I don't really know. Like I wasn't thinking about it.
Right.
I just started tweeting more because I did not have somebody to text all day.
Right.
Like I refused to text them anymore.
Yeah.
And I'd gotten used to saying my random thoughts to my significant other throughout the day. And I didn't have that. So I would tweet it.
Right.
Then I followed this guy that had a foot fetish, and he used to post like threads. Like he'd ask people to post their pedicure pics or like whatever. And so I posted a few pictures. I started getting DMs asking me, do I sell feet pics? And I was like, no. Like, what is that? People do that? I'm like, that's a thing. What are you talking about? So then out of nowhere, people started being like, well, can I pick your polish color? And I'm like, okay. So this guy asked me how much my pedicures normally cost. I told him. Out of nowhere, I get a Cash App. I was like, people do this? This is real. Like, this is what happens. So for like a year, that went on. Like random people would send me, like I ended up putting my Cash App in my bio to make it easier. But
right.
Like people would send me Cash Apps asking for like certain polished colors. I DM'd them pictures and was just like, okay, whatever. Like not really thinking about like making a business out of it. Like just like, okay, whatever. I didn't pay for this pedicure and I don't really care what color my toenails are. Right. I just like going and getting a pedicure. So the kids have to be at school by like 8:30, and my favorite shop in town opens at 9. So at least once every 2 weeks, I'd drop the kids off at school. I'd go swing through somebody's drive-through, get a cup of coffee. Mm-hmm. We have a Starbucks now. I'm so excited.
Hey.
I know, because I live in the middle of nowhere.
You live in the boondocks.
I'm in the booth. So I'd go get like a cup of coffee or something, and then I'd go sit and wait in the parking lot for said shop to open, because having your children 90% of the time drives you a little crazy.
Sure.
So, and luckily, because they're in a private school, they were open. With the exception of those last 3 months when the governor closed all the schools, my kids went back to school in person that August.
Damn.
So I was able to, every 2 weeks, go just like decompress.
Yeah.
Get my nails done, have a pedicure, because it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and I would purposely go on like a Tuesday or Wednesday when it's empty because other people are at work. Like I said, my job doesn't care when I show up or when I leave, as long as like I meet my deadlines and I'm passing my audit. So like that was my quiet time. Like the lady who does my toenails doesn't really speak English, so she's not talking to me.
Right. Just letting it go.
And now I'm not paying for it. Like, of course, I religiously was going every 2 weeks and just like posting pictures on Twitter, and it just kept that count moved real quick.
So here's the thing, right? So like when you first started tweeting, I was like, oh cool, Jessica's tweeting now, that's cool. I remember like, you weren't on social media heavy. So I was like, all right, cool. And I would check in and I'd just be like, oh, she's on here a lot. I'm like, people are retweeting her a lot. Then I looked at the follower count today. You are at, and it's changed since earlier today, 90,000. Dog, it's been a year.
Yep, it's been a year.
So, okay, first off, what was your initial reaction to the explosion? Were you like, this is a lot at one time? Or was it something like, oh, this is cool?
I'm genuinely still kind of confused because I don't understand. Like, I don't post nudes. I'm not having sex on video and showing it to people.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of boring. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't watch television. I never chime in on popular topics as far as like shows. I read books more than I watch TV. Like, I really don't get. I do not understand why people follow me. other than the feet pics. Well, maybe like my face. I don't know. I've been told like they keep telling me I'm attractive, although I did not feel very attractive this time 2 years ago.
Okay, why? Just because of the divorce?
Yeah, like when you want affection from the person you're in a relationship with and they're not giving you said affection, it makes you feel like you're not attractive.
Right.
And like, as you know, my stomach isn't flat anymore. It was flat before kids. I weigh more. Like I did not feel as attractive 2 years ago as I do right now.
Right.
And I feel like I'm boring. Like I tweet about mom stuff. I tweet about cleaning the playroom and running behind my kids and riding bikes and the fact that I don't have neighbors. Like, why are y'all here?
Well, number one, people have a lot of fetishes and kinks, man. And
Right.
this is one of the biggest ones. That's what I've learned.
I've noticed.
Yeah, this is a really big one. Now I understand dudes that, they like their women to have, nice feet, pedicure stuff. I get that. Like just as a what's the word I'm looking for? As a dudes like it if on the woman that they're about to date, right?
Right.
These dudes are gonna date you. They have probably less than a 0% chance.
It's never gonna happen.
That's what
Never.
I'm saying.
And I think they think I'm joking when I say that. I have never ever gone on a date with somebody that I met online. In my 36 years of living, I don't online date. I don't meet up with strangers. I'm not doing it.
So it's like they're just content. We're just like, oh, the pick is coming out today. We in there. Like tomorrow, like today's Thursday, just so people know. Tomorrow, they're gonna come out in droves. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come out in droves.
I do like my Friday picks.
So it's like it's crazy. It's not crazy because I understand it because like everybody has their own.
Oh, it's crazy. I don't understand.
But it is. But like everybody has their own thing. But it's just like I guess for me, it's like I know someone. I know someone who that explosion has happened to. Like I've never had somebody that I've known. Like damn, they got big over like feet
with fake pages. Did you see the fake pages on Instagram
earlier today?
What is wrong with people?
Hey, bro, they are crazy out here, son.
Like, why? Why?
Hey, man, they what's called. I mean, listen, is it flattering at least, at the very least?
Oh, I'm extremely flattered.
Yeah.
I'm very flattered. I really do. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I don't like the attention. Yeah. I learned that I like positive attention. I think I have a bit of a praise kink from what I read. Okay. Yeah, like I don't like antagonistic men. I don't like when men think that it's okay to be like rude to get my attention. Like that literally turns me off immediately.
But it happens to you a lot, and I know
a lot.
So weird.
It's so weird.
It's you know what it's like. You know how like when you're a kid back in the day before like things have changed obviously. You know how like girls or boys would like hit each other, and that's how they used to tell you that, oh, I like you because I'm bugging you and messing with you. It's like that, and that's so weird.
So funny you bring that up. I have made it a point to explain to my daughter that if a boy is being mean to you, it means he doesn't like you. We're not perpetuating that.
Right.
Oh, he's mean so he likes me. No, if he is mean to you, he does not like you. We are not going to tolerate people that are mean to us. That does not mean that no, you will either be kind and soft and gentle to me, or you will go that way.
You got to really think about it. That probably messed up a lot of people growing.
Oh, all of us, myself included. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until you just said that. That's crazy.
It leaves women in these situations where they think that, oh, he's being standoffish because he likes me. No, he don't like you. He don't like you. Leave him alone. No. No.
Yeah. Damn. Oh, that's crazy. What a revelation.
Not doing it.
Look at your wisdom. That's smart though. That's so smart. Damn. Okay.
There's a little boy right now. Well, he's not a little boy no more. We're adults.
Yeah.
But he lives out here. And he was one of those that used to throw paper at me and from the back of the classroom in school. And come on, I like you. No, you don't. You don't like me. You do not like me. You were mean to me. I am not gonna date you. Not even as an adult. I refuse to date you because you're mean to me. You would throw. He would put. You know how you could like ball up the paper from a straw and spit it. What was that called?
Spitball.
Spitball. Yes. Like no, I still remember you doing that.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna date you. I'm not doing that.
I mean, that's a firm stance. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
We're not giving in to mean men.
Which is what I was gonna ask. I was gonna ask two questions. One, how do you deal with those type of people, the ones that are like really rude in the comments? Which I've seen how you deal with them, but I just want you to tell the people. And more importantly, how difficult is it to deal with a bunch of horny dudes 24/7?
So you can't direct message me anywhere but OnlyFans. If I don't follow you, you cannot message me. I did that on Twitter first because I kept getting dick pics. Fair. Like several dick pics a day from different people.
I don't know why I think that's the key.
I don't like men enough to pick you from a pic of your penis. I really don't. Okay, so my first time with a girl was summer before senior year of high school. Okay, I'm very comfortable now identifying as bisexual. I've been with plenty of girls. I've dated girls. I've had several threesomes in my life. I've had several one-on-one situations with girls in my life. The pictures of the female body turn me on more than a penis pic. As a matter of fact, your random penis pic when I don't even know you is a turnoff.
Hey, listen, for all the people watching this, man, this is a key. She's giving you game right now. This right, is like, that isn't the way.
Don't do that. Just I feel like you're telling me all you have to offer is sex.
Yes, that is exactly what they're telling me.
And I mean, even though I really don't need anybody for anything more than sex, I'm not in the mood to waste my time.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No.
Like I don't have a lot of free time. So when I have free time, I'd much rather not put up with somebody who's stupid.
Right. Yeah.
No. Just no. I'm not dating them. It's just never gonna happen. You can't message me because I'm not gonna date you. I do respond to the messages on OnlyFans. There have been a couple of guys who subscribe just so they can message me, just so they can ask me for my phone number, which I think is like, I'm not going to give you my number. Like, it's no point in doing it. Like, I'll take your $7, but you're not getting my number. I don't mind the messages where they're like making content suggestions or asking for a specific type of content.
Yeah.
Because they're willing to pay for it. Like, that's fine. But yeah, subscribing so that you can ask me for my phone number, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. Especially when I know that if you have an iPhone and I send you a picture, unless I make sure it's a screenshot, then you can check my location.
Yeah.
No, I'm not giving you my number because I don't want to think that hard. And talking to multiple men makes me think too hard. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. That juggling ain't great, dog.
I'm not. I can't juggle. No. I can't juggle. I can't juggle. I don't want to juggle. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
There are dudes really making $7 gambles just to try to ask you for the number.
Mhm.
I mean, listen, I guess low risk, high reward, I guess.
Whatever. It's $7. If you want your money back, I'll give it to you. I really don't care. Like, I don't need the OnlyFans for my day-to-day stuff. Like, this is just, it's just something to have. It's something to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, it's good to get that positive affirmation, positive reinforcement.
Mhm.
That's a really, because I feel like over the years, right? The sex worker industry or whatever you want to call it, I feel like it's really finally made a turn of it's not looked upon in a negative light as much.
Right. Like, I never really told anybody about me stripping my freshman year of college until like in the last 2 years. Like, people who were there knew, people who were at ODU with me who knew I was stripping at house parties, like they knew. But now my mom knows. Like, I remember the day I bought my first cell phone, my mom tried to ask me where I got the money from. And I just lied. It was like a boyfriend gave it to me.
Uh-huh.
But it was from stripping. And I really don't feel like what I do on Twitter is any different than that.
Yeah.
It's just virtual. Like, you're not actually in my presence. But there's still like this tease mystique effect to it. Like yesterday, some random guy sent me $36 talking about for being sassy on Twitter.
Good for him.
That's exactly what the Cash App like description said. And why 36? Like, it was just such a random amount of money.
Oh no. Does he know how old you are?
Probably, he follows me.
Because that might have been it.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta tell you about the day I'm sitting beside my mama at her house. It was Mother's Day weekend. And some random stranger, I still don't know who it was, Cash at me $100. And my phone pops up. My mom is sitting like right beside me. And she was like, who is this? I said, I don't know. She said, do you need that? I was like, no, I wasn't expecting it. She was like, oh, so you gonna send it to me? I'm like, sure.
Sure.
Like, I mean, it's I have no problem sharing money that I was not expecting to begin with. Like, this is it's so weird to me that the people really pay for this.
I'm glad these guys got disposable income like that too. That's like shout out to them. Like shout out to them. Okay, let's do some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
You answer, however, and yeah. First one I have is what is your favorite color nail polish?
Black.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of requests for black.
No, I just like the way black looks on my skin tone.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. What would you say is your most requested color?
I don't know. Like, I've had a request for like every single color.
Yeah.
I can't say that any one color stands out more than the other. I will say people are apparently sick of white. Like, I haven't had a request for white in a very long time.
Okay. So two-part question. What is your favorite yoga position? And what is the most difficult yoga position?
Hmm. If I had to pick a favorite, it's gonna be child's pose because it's easy and it's relaxing, and I tend to sit there a lot. It's very. As a matter of fact, I fell asleep one day in child's pose and woke up very confused as to how I
I woke up very
comfortably slept like that. No, like seriously, I woke up with like, you know how you get the lines on your face when you sleep really hard. There were like lines on my face and on my chest, and I was just like, I slept like that. Like, I slept like that. It's very comfortable. The most difficult, maybe crow. I'm not very good at it anymore. I used to be a lot better at it.
Yeah. You
It's just a lot of balance. Huh?
kind of explain what that pose is like.
Oh, okay. So crow, your hands are on the you're basically balancing on your palms. Your hands are on the floor. Your knee is like on your elbow and your feet are together. So like your whole weight is on your hands. You're balancing in the air like a bird, like a crow.
Like there, and then like your elbows like inside your knee.
Yeah, like you're balancing yourself.
Oh, and your feet off the ground.
Yes.
Oh, I do that shit for games.
And hold it?
Yeah, for like a solid 10, 50 seconds.
That's not very long.
It's not, but I just need a little quick stretch to open it up. Stop judging me.
Okay.
Okay. I just thought about this one because you just said that people request stuff in OnlyFans. What's the weirdest request you got? What's the weirdest request you got in OnlyFans?
Dirty souls. Like they wanted me to go walk around in the dirt.
Oh, they could have went to a white girl for that. I'm sorry, that's terrible. Did you see that one challenge where the girls were doing that weird thing where they were on the wall and then they turned or whatever? It was some weird challenge that people were doing, and the girl had the dirty feet, and that's all people talked about, even though she did the challenge correctly.
I didn't see hers, but me and my daughter did the challenge.
Yeah, she had. Yeah, everybody's like, oh, they weren't even talking about her doing the pose. They were just talking about how dirty her feet were.
Did you see the person who stole my video and posted over my he took my video off of TikTok, put his watermark over top of my name and put it on his Instagram. The challenge that I did on the couch. It was a yoga pose.
But why though? Like
I guess for his own views. Like he put it to his music. He took my thing off or covered mine up and posted on his page. Somebody saw it and sent it to me. Same thing with the people with the fake pages. A girlfriend of mine sent me the fake page, and I went looking through the followers to see who's stupid enough to follow this.
Yeah.
Only to see a fake page following a fake page. For the record, my name is not Michelle. It's Jessica. Yeah. Okay.
They probably scamming the shit out of people, by the way.
Oh, there's somebody who used my feet one time, and somebody sent me a picture of it. They were like, this person's catfishing with your feet. And so since that day, I've made it a point to put one of my ankle tats in my picture.
Smart.
Like, if you gonna crop it, but just know you cropped it and you're not me.
Yeah. God. This is crazy.
They're crazy. What is wrong with people?
Crazy, girl. You know what it is. So your own OnlyFans, do you have a personal favorite OnlyFans creator?
Every once in a while, I will follow like some of the girls I follow on Twitter. But that was more like a research thing, like seeing how often they post or what kind of stuff they post. Right. Like I said, I mean, I've been posting my feet forever, but I don't want to like. I try to like spice it up. I try to mix it up, spice it up, create poses that I've seen or whatever. I realize that people are really like obsessed with the arch of my foot. Mm-hmm. But that just goes back to ballet, like, right? Because I'm technically flat-footed. Like when I walk, my feet are flat. Yeah. I just know how to arch it from years of ballet, years of cheer, years of yoga. Like I just know how to flex my foot. It is what it is.
Okay. Yeah. Oh God. Ballet. How long did you do ballet?
7 years.
7 years. Oh
yeah. Shit. I quit when my toes were bleeding after point class because I said this is bullshit. Well, I mean, obviously, as a child, I didn't say bullshit, but I told my mama, I'm not doing this anymore. My feet hurt.
Right. Yeah. Oh God. Okay. All right.
Yeah, point is difficult.
Oh no, I could never even imagine doing that. Like even with like the shoes, I feel like it's not like a lot of padding in there anyway.
It's not. There's cardboard on the end of the shoe.
Oh
Well,
no.
maybe it's plastic now, but it's hard. The end of the shoe is hard, and you're supposed to like tape your toes together to help you stay up. But it will. The longer you do it, it'll cause like bunions, and bleeding, and crap.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wasn't even being superficial. I was like, my feet hurt and they're bleeding. I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah. 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 Oh God. Cheerleading is a lot safer.
Yeah.
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 Although I popped my wrist out of place because they dropped me. I was the flyer. I hit the gym floor.
Hard floor like the ground.
The gym floor.
Oh God.
We were in the gym practicing. The football team was walking in. The girls had me up in the elevator. They distracted us. I fell and my wrist fell under me on the gym floor.
They had to pop it back in.
The trainer popped it back in.
Ugh.
And taped it. It still cracks. Can you hear it? No.
Yeah, stick to yoga. Yoga's now the safest thing. Now yoga is the safest thing. Okay. I like to do what is called the deserted island question. So you're on a deserted island and you can have these following items. You can have one book, one TV series, one movie, one meal to be dropped off every day, one album. I have one sex toy here. You willing to do that?
Sure.
All right. Wand. There we go. Here we go.
The sex toy is the wand.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah. That was quick.
I love that thing. One meal.
So for the meal, I'll say appetizer, main component, a dessert if you want, and then a drink.
Okay, so the dessert is cheesecake.
Any particular
the drink is a margarita.
Any particular type of cheesecake?
I mean, plain cheesecake is fine. I mean, I like strawberry toppings too. But
okay.
Yeah, the dessert is a cheesecake. The drink is a margarita. I really like tequila.
Okay.
The appetizer is crab dip.
Okay.
Sourdough bread.
Okay.
I don't know about the entree though.
The biggest thing though.
Yeah, I don't really know about the entree. Maybe some like pasta, something like a seafood linguine.
Okay. That's solid. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
That'll work. Seafood linguine.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now we got.
Oh, you said book.
Yep, one book.
Pride and Prejudice.
Okay. That's also solid. Very classic choice. How about now? I know you don't watch TV, and you don't watch TV now, but is there a TV series growing up that maybe you would be like, oh, I'd watch this on a deserted island for the rest of my time?
I grew up on a farm. We did not have satellite television. Why do y'all? I don't watch TV because I grew up not watching TV. Okay. I mean, I can watch not Girlfriends. What is it? Golden Girls? I can watch Golden Girls all day.
Okay.
Ooh, I could watch Designing Women all day.
That is a TV.
I love Suzanne Sugarbaker. That's my baby.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Frasier. I could watch Frasier all day too.
Frasier, really?
Yes.
Really? I've never.
But I like that intellectual humor. Like you have to know things to know that it's funny.
That is true.
Like you can't be stupid and not know the meanings of words. Because then you don't know that it's funny.
Frasier is a very underrated pick.
I love it. I love it.
Damn. Okay. One movie. I know you live on a farm, but you've seen movies.
I like musicals because my mom played them all the time.
Okay. Any particular musical you love more than others?
Polly, the version with Keisha Knight Pulliam and Felicia Rashad.
Okay. Okay.
I've seen it a million times. Me and my cousin used to sing the songs out randomly while like we were shopping and stuff.
Okay. Solid. All right. And last one is one album.
How else is to pick one?
I know. It's really tough. I know.
Charm Bracelet, Mariah Carey.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Mariah Carey. That's a solid pick.
She's the only person I listen to every day.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't listen to anybody else every day except for her. Like I could literally listen to her every day for the rest of my life.
That's fair. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey
She
is.
has a song for every emotion. There is not a single emotion that you can have that does not have a Mariah Carey song that speaks to it.
Okay. I'm about to test it. Anger.
Get the fuck out.
That would be anger. Sadness.
Crybaby, Breakdown. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Breakdown.
Jealousy.
Jealousy. Maybe Heartbreaker. She's like jealous that her boyfriend's like entertaining other people.
That's fair. That's fair. Nah, you might be right.
Yeah, you can't pick one.
And she has what I consider the greatest Christmas song of all time.
Yes.
Like if you play any other version of that song, then I just assume that you worship Satan. That's all I can assume. Like, that's just my assumption.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I do listen to it every single Christmas to the point that my children know the lyrics now.
You have to. I feel like though that is like the quintessential Christmas song.
It is. I like that whole album though. I'm not I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her.
Yeah.
But her first Christmas album is better than all of the rest of them.
That's fair.
Like I could listen to Joy to the World every day.
Yeah.
Like she did her thing on that first one.
No, she's just one of the better singers of all time anyway. So
she's literally the only celebrity I'm obsessed with. I don't like anybody else.
and oh my god, she's still fine as hell too. That's the other thing.
I love her. She's the reason I have so many stilettos. Do you remember her MTV Cribs episode?
I don't even remember that. What was it like?
Oh my god. Like her and like the robes and the lingerie and the stilettos. Like I love her. I'm fanned out when it comes to Mariah Carey. I promise. I got like 15 robes. Like
you are love a robe.
I do love her. It's we're gonna blame Mariah in her episode of MTV Cribs. The whole bubble bath thing, like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What an impact she had on your life.
She did. She did. Well, she's like the first person I saw on television that I felt like looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, she was easy to identify with.
I love Mariah.
Her book is amazing, by the way.
I believe that. She has a lot of sass to her.
I love her. I absolutely love her.
She has a lot of sass to her.
I should meet her. I want to meet her.
We should try to listen. You keep getting big and all these followers, somebody can probably make that happen.
I hope so. Yeah. I love her.
So here at Clueless, we like to rate our wines to let the people know if they should either buy it or just not try it at all. So we had Martha Shard, 19 Crimes. What would you get that out of 1 out of 5 glasses?
I'm liking it so far. I feel a little tipsy though.
That's a good thing to me.
Yeah. I like it. Maybe like a 4. I wouldn't call it like a favorite, but
Right.
I like it.
I think 4 is a solid number, honestly. To be fair, I've had this before.
Oh,
Um,
really?
I absolutely have. But I no change in how I feel about it. I love this. Like, this is a good drink to have. I would have
It's
this
smooth.
again,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, so a solid 4 is good. I like that. Um, it's great. It was great having you on, man. I'm you said a lot of things have changed, but the more things have changed, the more things have stayed the same. You are always a pleasure to talk to. You're very blunt and honest, which is fun.
Mhm.
which is fun. Um, it's also very easy to talk to you. Um, and you've always been interesting to me. You always
Oh, well, thank you.
we had the country thing together, me coming from, the country myself. So yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I finally got you.
For it.
Oh
I
my
don't know how y'all live with neighbors.
oh my I hate it. I don't hate it. I actually have very good neighbors, to be fair. Right now I have very amazing neighbors. But if I move and I don't, then I'll start missing the country again.
I don't like people. I really don't.
Hate
I don't,
people, the worst.
and I love not having traffic.
That's also great.
Like,
Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's
also
I took the kids to the science museum last month. Oh no, the beginning of this month.
yeah.
And we got caught in traffic getting there. And my son is like, "What is this?"
What is this?
He was like, well, to be fair, he'll be 5 in a few months. So like from where his memory starts,
Yeah,
it was the pandemic. And we weren't going anywhere. We go to town, come home.
yeah,
If there's traffic, it's because there's a car accident or something, or a tree has fallen into the road.
yeah.
Not because it's a 3-lane highway and all these cars. He's like, "What is this, mommy? Why are all these people out here?"
uh, he's like, yo, what is this?
He
This is
was
the
not a
ghetto.
happy camper. It was too many cars, too many stoplights. It took
Yeah,
us too long to get there. He was like, "What are we doing?"
that's funny. He's smart. He's smart behind his ears. Traffic sucks.
It sucks. It
Sucks.
sucks. And I'm so glad I don't get in it anymore unless I like have to.
So this is the part of the show where I let the guests give out any of the stuff they want to get out. So socials, maybe OnlyFans, and then give out any closing remarks that they want to give the people. So all you.
All of my socials are living well. Um, I changed my name to that on social media shortly after my separation because I was standing outside in the yard and it occurred to me that nothing about my life had really changed except for the fact that I did not have a person sleeping beside me every night.
Mm,
Um, and that all of these blessings, all of these things, all of what I have, I would have had no matter who I decided to get married to. Like I am that well. All of these things flow from me. God favors me and I am a living well who lives well. Like I'm comfortable even in the midst of like chaos. God has made sure that all of my bills are paid, that all of my needs are met, that my roof is over my head. Like that, these things are supposed to flow and they continue to flow no matter what my situation is.
yeah.
So that's why that's my name. That's my name on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. It will probably be my name forever because I really feel like, you ever seen the movie War Room?
No, I don't watch movies. But go ahead.
So the movie War Room, this wife makes a prayer closet basically,
Mm,
and she's like incessantly praying to God over her marriage, over her relationship, over her things. And it really points out to you that the things that you allow into your spirit or allow into your body, your soul, your realm are what flows back out. And I remember watching that movie in 2015 and realizing that watching things like reality TV or things that are like extremely chaotic brings chaos into your life. And I've made the conscious habit since then to only watch things that bring me joy.
Yeah.
To only read things that bring me joy. To like, even more so now since my separation, I've cut off like friends or like communication with certain family members or whatever, who I feel my spirit is uneasy in their presence. Like, if I don't feel peace around you, then I'm not going to entertain you, because I only want to bring in peace. I only want peace to flow.
Yeah.
So I don't do things that make my spirit uncomfortable. I don't do things that I feel like are going to introduce chaos. I don't want to do that, because it's a cycle, it's a flow, it's a process. So that's why that's my name. That's how I've carried myself. That's how I live life, and it really works for me.
Yeah.
I like it. It's very peaceful here.
Yeah. That if I love it here with a person, it'd be you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable. My needs are always met, no matter what. There's no point in stressing about it. I always have enough money to do whatever it is I want to do.
Yeah.
I always have enough time. I always have people around me who want to support me. I'm not entertaining foolishness. And so when people, or men in particular, are being antagonistic, I'm not talking to you. I press the mute button. I forgot to mention that. The mute button on Twitter is amazing because if I don't follow you and I press mute, I never get a notification from you ever again.
Yep.
I don't see it. I don't see the negativity. So it's just that's just how I deal with it. I read things that make me happy.
I like that. Oh, and that bar, this whole time I thought living well was just like I'm living well, but you're a living well.
I am like living well. Things flow out of me.
That's
what
a
flows
bar.
out of me are the blessings flow out of me, and I'm able to bless other people. Every single time I give somebody I know money, it comes back like immediately.
Yeah.
Like I remember one time I sent somebody Cash App, and within like 10 seconds, somebody else sent me a Cash App for more money than I just gave a friend. Like it's almost instantaneous.
Yeah. Well, man.
In blessing, I will bless thee. God says that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad that I'm happy to see you in this space. You know, I know that whole situation with your ex was like rough, tough situation or whatever. But it's good to see you on the other side of that tunnel.
Yeah, therapy is good. Everybody should go to therapy.
I would love to go.
Everybody should go to therapy. I was very angry for a long time. I'm not as angry anymore because I realized that I allowed some stuff.
Yeah.
Like I allowed my ego to have me overlook things for the sake of saying that I had a husband.
Yeah.
So you can't put all the blame on one person.
Right.
Like, yeah, he did things that I didn't like. But I allowed you to, because I shrunk myself. I made myself really small and did not speak up as much as I should out of fear. But there was nothing to fear. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. God has made sure that I'm fine. So,
well, good, man.
whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I love that for you. Be sure to follow.
Yeah, so follow me.
Yeah, follow her. Follow her.
It's Toad Pretty on OnlyFans. But all of those links are in my bio.
Yeah, if you go to her Twitter, she has a nice little link tree with all her links. You can go in. I'll make sure to add that into like the ending credits. I always take care of that. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, man, be sure to follow the Clueless Female podcast page. Be sure to give us a 5-star rating on your favorite DSP. Helps with algorithms. Be sure to follow the YouTube page, Clueless Creative. I'll have all the videos there. Trying to do more content stuff. Yeah, man. But most importantly, don't forget, to drink up. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
I got the juice, don't need no proof. 100 like the rum, I drink that got me over you. And all your nonsense, we all subject to. I found my lane and mind my business like I'm supposed to do. Let's have a toast for all the obstacles that got us here. I put my glass up in the air to stimulate the cheers. Not because we made it, but because we making it. I savor the moment, the bouquet forever, evident. Yeah. In my realm, I watch the times go by. I got the world in my hands, but I can't tame the sky.